Minister's office just tweeted moments ago that North Korea has apparently launched a missile in the early morning hours. That missile potentially could be in the air right now. Japanese state broadcaster NHK has just reported that the missile has actually, as you mentioned, flown over Japan. There have been notices going out called a J alert to people living in Japan's northern regions, including Hokkaido, to take cover. This is a system that Japan put in place after previous North Korea launches to make sure that people have a plan in the event of a provocative act such as a North Korean missile launch. But if indeed these reports are accurate, that the missile has not only approached Japan but has now overflown Japan, that raises the question, where is this missile headed? What is North Korea trying to do? We know that North Korean officials, and they've been telling us here in Pyongyang, they have said that this is an extraordinarily tense time because of the ongoing, regularly scheduled joint military drills that are now in their second week. Those drills happening just miles from where I am here in Pyongyang in South Korea. Thousands of South Korean troops training alongside U.S. soldiers. And North Korea has been issuing warning after warning about this, including a letter that was just written to the United Nations Security Council, where North Korea said that they're watching very closely the actions of the United States. They said the situation is approaching what they say a tipping point, and they have said that if there is some sort of an escalation, that North Korea doesn't take responsibility for it. They say that the U.S. would be responsible for that. And so what we've seen over these last several days is a series of warnings. Over the weekend, North Korea launched 3 short-range ballistic missiles, 2 of them traveling just over 150 miles, coming down in the waters off of Japan. And now this breaking news, apparently a new missile launch this morning. This missile launch much more provocative than the launch over the weekend, if indeed these NHK reports are accurate that the missile has overflown Japan. Obviously, there's a lot of fear in this region. There has been a lot of tension building up ever since that threat several weeks ago when North Korea talked about firing an intermediate-range missile and bringing it down less than 20 miles from Guam, home to Andersen Air Force Base, Naval Base Guam, more than 160,000 American citizens. Secretary of State Tillerson, just within the last week or so, praised North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un for showing restraint, for not going through with that launch plan. And we don't know where this missile is headed. We haven't gotten any official confirmation from North Korea. That likely won't come for at least several more hours. Normally, the outside world learns about this sort of thing first, and then North Korea confirms it later on. But we have seen an uptick on military activity here on the North Korean side. Not only that missile launch over the weekend, but also a special forces operation that Kim Jong-un was supervising. Those images released on state media also over the weekend. And now these new reports, once again, of another North Korean missile launch, with alerts going out to people living in Japan's northern regions to take cover. Jim.